Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I'm Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is my review for the Oval Wicked, okay? Season 4, episode 4. Child. Only the Oval can make me laugh like this. I'll be like, I know y'all freaking kidding me. I know you not serious. I know this is not real. Like every 2 daggone seconds. Baby, we started off this episode, Victoria over here riding this daggone vice president. I say, yo, they really in here having sex. What is this? What is this? So when they finish, she's like, how's this gonna work out? What are we gonna do? She was like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You could always leave your wife and I could leave my husband and we could get together. But we know that that's not reality. We gonna have to wait once we out of here. It would be easier for me to do that. And at least I would be leaving with some money, okay? We will be okay. We gonna be leaving with a whole hell of a lot of money. And so, he basically was saying how he got everything covered and everybody supposed to be coming to the house tonight. And he had brought up Priscilla and she was like, don't mention that daggone lady, okay? I don't want to hear nothing about her. And he, of course, in bringing up Priscilla, ends up letting her know that Sam got shot. And Victoria over here like, what? When did this happen? What happened? How did it happen? He was like, I don't really know all the details. That's why I'm waiting for them to come so we could go ahead and talk. But he was like, wow, you seeming like you very interested. What's going on? You ain't getting feelings for Sam, are you? She talking about, no, not like that. But, he's all short and everything. But it was fun. Okay, I was having me a funky good time with him. I'm not even going to lie. And he was telling her, like, well, I don't want you doing that no more, okay? That better be the first and last time that it happens. She over here calling his wife a simple bitch, talking about you better get rid of her. So she basically was saying to him, if you was getting away more often and coming through more sooner, then, I wouldn't have to freaking have gotten none off with Sam. I would have been able to get it off with you. And he was like, well, that's easier said than done. It's hard for me to find a way to get over here to you. And apparently they've been doing this for years, okay, years. I said, so how long is this? And is the kids really Hunter's kids then? If we talking years, how many years we talking? But nonetheless, I digress, Basically, he was letting her know that it's supposed to happen tonight and that he's going to deter all of them and let them, give them a whole nother story and make it look a certain way so that all of this, will blow off of them. Now, the funniest thing to me was he was like, he got to start getting ready and get up out of here, whatever. And he putting his shirt and all his stuff back on. And, he's like, you got to go ahead and go back upstairs. She talking about some, no, I don't want to go or whatever. I want to stay here. And she's passing him his tie. He was like, come on, that we still got to play this off and we got to be able to have everything together, for a little bit longer. She talking about how much she hate Hunter or whatever. And he told her, we got to play this right. So he asked her to leave out first while she gonna walk out the damn door talking about some, oh, and I hate you or whatever the case may be, right? And he's like, I hate you too. I said, so y'all supposed to been in here for how long? How long did that session take? Okay, girl, because either y'all was really quiet during that time or we was hearing sex sounds, but then all of a sudden you walking out the room to be like, I hate you, and they didn't hear nothing else from the time that you walked in there. I said, y'all need to stop, okay? So we had the doctor come see Hunter or whatever, and he's basically telling him, like, first of all, Hunter want medication for himself. He told him he would give him something, and, and he was like, but you can't keep it or whatever. And, telling him how addictive it is, right? Just like we had the doctor that was telling Donald that. And so then he's telling him, because Hunter was like he wanted an autopsy. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I could swear that last week's episode, the doctor told Victoria that he had an autopsy done, or the week before, whenever it was that he came and talked to Victoria. And she was so upset about it because she was like, who told you to do that? We didn't give you permission to do that. And that's when she wanted him cremated. Now, all of a sudden, in this episode, when Hunter's asking for the autopsy, he's like, well, your wife had him cremated, sir. And he's like, what do you mean cremated? When? He was like, tonight. He was like, how the hell did somebody cremate somebody's child without having both parents say that they wanted it or whatever the case may be. He says, but we do have the toxicology report. So Hunter was like, well, what the hell is that? He was like, that's where we test the blood and organ issue. And he was like, and what does that tell us? And he was like, I want to know if Jason died from the fall. I want to know what's going on, because the doctor was like, well, what exactly are you looking for? He said, yes, it was the fall. The fall was really bad. So Hunter was like, yeah, I get it. He said, but when can I get these toxicology reports? He says, oh, right away. He says, okay, then get on it, okay, and bring it to me right away. I want it right away. He like, yes, sir. So he tried to pick up the pill bottle and take it with him. And he was like, stop, put the pill bottle right back down, okay, put them back. And he was like, sir, this is really strong. He's like, okay. And I said, leave them, all right. He was like, so am I, doc, so am I. So he went ahead and put them back down. So now Hunter waiting for these damn results. So he was like, give me that ASAP. So he said, yes, sir. And he go ahead and he leave. Now, we basically had Hunter over here taking a damn pill with alcohol. I said, okay, Hunter, whatever. Now, in the meantime, Max goes to tell Bobby that Cal, basically made it out, right? Bobby ain't paying attention to nothing damn Max is saying. He could care less. He letting him know, like, I thought he was going there to kill my damn son again. He has said he was out of my, that he was at my in-laws house, but basically he was bull crap, and I went there and checked on them before I got over here. And he's also saying we can't just go and kill up these people because these are actually military people too. But Bobby's like, I don't give a damn. He was like, they enemies, they over here working with him, like, so what? He was like, we still gotta go up in here and do what we need to do. And he's like, no, these is ex-Marines and SEALs. He was like, we can't do that. He said, so if Cal was to come right now, then what would you want to do? Because he was telling him, like, Don Hughes is not gonna kill her. He was like, he full of crap. So he was like, we need a better plan and all this other stuff. So, he telling him, Bobby, like, go ahead, it's your funeral then. And he was like, what's your problem? He was like, my problem is that you want to take all of these people out. So he was like, and if Cal came, he would be willing to kill her, whatever. He talking about, yeah, then we could kill Cal, then we could kill all of them. So he was basically like, you a damn hypocrite. He was like, the minute Cal come into something, then you ready to kill them. But, other than that, you over here making a whole bunch of damn excuses, which is true, right? So he ain't lying about that. So they arguing back and forth, and he was like, what we gonna do, just to keep sitting here arguing like damn babies? So we see damn Alan and we see Alan and freaking Dale out in the damn woods. He was like, oh, where the heck did Kareem go? Do you think he would just leave you? How well do you know him? He was like, well, he is my boss. And he's like, well, I'm hungry or whatever. Should we pack up and go get something to eat? Dale is over here like, yeah, I am hungry. I could get something to eat. He was like, well, do you have an idea where we at? Because when we came, it was nighttime. And he was like, yeah, I have an idea. But at one point, Alan started yelling, and Dell was like, what are you yelling at me for? And he's like, have you ever been shot at? He was like, I've actually been shot. Remember, he like, oh yeah, the rubber bullets or whatever. So he was like, why was he after you anyway? He was like, I don't know, I was cute. He was like, what the hell does Q have to do with anything? Was you sleeping with him or something? He was like, what, are you jealous? So he's like, what are you saying, Dell? So he was like, was you sleeping with his wife? And he was like, nah, He said, well, his wife is pretty. He was like, she may very well be, but that's not my type, okay? It seemed like it was taking, Alan a minute to catch on. So I said, wait, he don't know that Dell is gay? I thought it was pretty obvious, but, here go Alan talking about some, wait a minute, what does that have to do with anything? Why the hell would you tell me something like that? And he was like, because, you don't seem to be getting it, okay? Like, I'm good looking and, he thought I was with his man. 1 + 1 is 2. Don't you see me? And so when he looks, he's like, oh shit. He was like, are you kidding me? And Dale was like, hello. And he was like, damn, usually my gaydar is usually spot on. Oh man, I'm sorry. I said, no, they did not say my gaydar is usually on. Like, stop it. And so he was like, basically let him know that he was messing with Cal at one point. And he was like, oh, right. He was like, I saw you two kissing. So he was like, really? He was like, yeah. He was like, I just thought it was really weird, but he was like, I don't know. So nonetheless, Dale was saying he really don't want to be a part of this no more. And Alan was like, oh no, you don't. He was like, so look where we are. Look what's going on. What part of it don't you think you're going to be in? We are in it, all right. And he was like, I know, but I just want to go back to my normal life and forget all this bullshit. He was like, man, are you even here with me? Do you realize what we in? Do you realize what we're up against? Like, the party is over, sweetheart, okay? He was like, that's not happening, so just get it together. He was like, do yourself a favor, make yourself useful, pack this shit up so we could go get some food or whatever, right? And so he was asking if Alan wanted to call Rashi, and he was like, are you trying to be funny? And he was like, just come on, man. I said, you know what? I cannot with them, all right? So moving on from that, we see that Sharon and Nancy and them is working up, and they with this damn vice lady, damn first lady vice. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The vice president's wife, child. I say y'all need to get the hell up out of here now that I know what's really going on. She want to tell them how her husband is a brilliant lawyer and they have a plan. He's a powerful man. Sharon saying she want her life back. And she telling her he's going to make sure that. I said, girl, no, he ain't. I said, you better get up out of there too before Victoria kill your ass, okay? She talking about, you deserve for that to happen. You deserve to feel safe. And Sharon is telling her thank you or whatever the case may be. I said, they so damn clueless. They have no freaking clue. So Sharon is like, how long are we going to have to stay here? And she was like, he's working on it right now. It should not take long, okay? She over here, telling them that everything is going to be all right. I said, child, if only you knew, okay? If only you knew. Y'all about to be in even more damn messing with these freaking people, okay? Not over no time soon, child. Not at all. And so, we got Sam up in this hospital bed trying to get up out of here. He don't want to be here. Priscilla's telling him, no, you got to calm down. But then Richard come in, and Richard's like, he's a military man, okay? She's like, yeah, but still, Richard, he can't do it. He's like, nah, we got it. He go around to the other side of the bed. Sam telling him to get him up. He like, okay. And then he's helping him get his clothes on. And Sam just keeps telling him, like, we got to get to this damn vice president, okay? So then we see damn Lily. Lily's still on the stretcher, girl. I said, did Lily ever get a chance to pee? What did you give her to pee in? Because Lily is still on the stretcher. It's a whole new day. We got Donald with his crazy ass drinking some coffee and looking at the paper talking about some, what you trying to do, get pity out of me? He's like, it's too early for that. We not doing the pity thing. And she's like, why do you hate me so much, Donald? He like, I don't hate you, baby, okay? I said that, I just needed you to get in line and you wasn't listening, and now you're going to be in line. So she's saying, okay, I will. He was like, oh, now you will all of a sudden. She was like, yeah, because he was like, well, where's Bobby? I don't see him, okay? I thought he said he was coming. He ain't get here yet. And he's asking her what changed, and she was like, I know now. He was like, you know now what? He was like, you shot me. She was like, well, you had me shot. He was like, yeah, that's true. But he was like, still, when I tell you, that not to play with me, that's what you need to do. You tried to leave me. You tried to take my money. She was like, no, I never touched your money. I was taking my money. He said, well, where exactly did you think you was going anyway? She was like, I just was trying to get away for a minute. I needed to go. I needed to leave. So he was like, no, we can't have that or whatever. And so, she's still trying to convince him to loosen her up, let her go or whatever. And he's still back and forth telling her no. She not gonna go nowhere, whatever the case may be. I really don't get the point of this, to be honest with you. And he was like, and you thought if you left, I wasn't gonna find you. And she was like, of course I knew you would, baby. Okay, now we back. We're calling each other baby again. And so, she's telling him, like, I know that you love me or whatever the case may be. And he was like, no, I don't. Okay, I used to, but I don't anymore. And she was like, I know that you don't love Cal, because he was over here like, I love, what's his name? He had to think about what his damn name was for a minute. He was like, oh yeah, I love Cal. And she was like, no, Cal is a toy. He's a toy. She was like, you love me. You like to be able to walk in rooms with me and show me off and, see people reactions and have them treat you like you this big bad man, that you get in it every night and all this other stuff. You love the way that they look at us. And he was just basically, listening to her, let her talk her mess for a minute or whatever the case may be when she was saying that, and still sipping on his coffee or whatever the case may be. So she was like, I could give you all of that again. I could be there for you if you would let me, all right? And so he basically is over here like, He's like, nah, no, you can't. No, you can't. I don't trust you no more. I don't trust you, woman. So she was like, Donald, please, 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 please. Okay, just let me go. And he was like, no, not yet. He was like, I'm still waiting for your lover boy to get here. And I still don't understand, why he's not here. And so he's also asking her, what did she tell them? And she's like, nothing. He was like, nah, you had to tell them something. She was like, no, I didn't. I promise. So he's like, you didn't tell them about the president? She like, no, 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 I didn't tell them anything. He's like, yeah, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. He was like, you're so full of shit. Okay. She was like, I'm telling you, Donald, I ain't saying nothing. He was like, well, anyway, you know what? I got to go to work. She like, no, 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 Donald, you can't. Okay. You cannot leave me here while you go to damn work all day. You cannot leave me like this, Donald. And he's basically like, where's your lover boy? I thought he was coming to save you. She's like, Donald, please. He was like, nah, I'm sorry. You got to go, boo. Okay. I will see you later. And then later, alligator, right? And so he leaves to go to work. Now, in the meantime, Max come and tell the vice president that Bobby is still there, that he can't get him to leave. He's like, what do you want me to do? I can't make him. Because he was like, go get him right now. We need everybody here. He was like, tell him that I'm going to handle the situation with Lily later to just come. And he's like, yes, sir. I said, I wish one of y'all would catch on that this damn vice president is full of crap, because it's pissing me off so bad that I actually believed him and was scared for him for a minute, and come to find out his ass is down with it the whole damn time. So his wife come in and he telling her dumb ass, because now I'm feeling like she dumb because he got her food too apparently. He's like, oh, honey, I found all this evidence and I saw the tape. They never had nothing to do with anything. It was Jason that did everything. I saw the video proof. And she's like, well, shit, what are we going to do? What happens now? She was like, are you sure? She was like, no, we can't let these people get away with this. And what about all these people that we got up here in our damn house that's basically expecting you to protect him? And he's like, well, we don't have no other evidence. And the evidence that I'm seeing looks very real and looks very strong, or whatever the case may be. Once Jason died, any other evidence died with him, and with what we have is not showing that they did anything wrong. So he's like, once everybody gets here, then I'm just gonna have to go ahead and tell all of them the truth. And she's just basically like, oh man. I say, yeah, okay. So we got daggone Jason getting up trying to get a damn knife, child. He fighting to get over by the fireplace where this knife was up on top of the fireplace, and then sneak back in the bed while the guy's in the kitchen or whatever, right? And so he get it and he get back in the bed and under the covers. So he's like, where am I? And the guy tells him he's in Washington, D.C. He's like, how did I get here? He's like, I brung you here, me and Paul. He like, who the hell is Paul? He's like, oh, he's off today. But basically, they have medical experience or whatever, because he was like, oh, you're up now. How are you feeling? And Jason is like, I'm good. He was like, you need anything? Jason over here talking about, yeah, I think I'm feeling a little hungry and I'm in a lot of pain. He said, well, you did fall, from a damn roof. So you lucky that you're not damn paralyzed and that you're alive. So he was like, you're basically being medically supervised, and we could take you very good care of you, plus you getting protected. And he's like, protected from who? He's like, from some very important people. He said, from my parents. He said, yeah, if you want to talk about all of that, we could talk about it, that too. Do you want to talk about it? And so when Jason was telling him that he's feeling hungry or whatever, because he was like, I don't know who the hell you are and what's going on, he let him know, like, I'm just here keeping you alive, and you could trust me that, we doing the right thing. And he was like, I could go ahead and whip you up something to eat or whatever if you hungry. That's no big deal. But he was like, what I'm going to need you to do is put that damn, knife back. And he was telling him he's a medic and Paul's a doctor. So Jason's like, what knife? I don't know what you're talking about. He was like, look, don't play with me. It was a knife up here by the damn fireplace, okay, kid? I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So he was like, by the time I go in the kitchen and whip you up something to eat, I want the knife back up there on the damn fireplace, and you to stop playing with me, okay? Because I don't know what the hell, Jason thought he was about to do. So he over here like thinks that he tried to play that dummy role that he always was playing when he was at home, in the damn White House with his parents and everybody else. But he not trying to hear that, okay? And I wouldn't mind if he whip up Jason some more, because I don't like him, okay? The only reason why I'm even glad he's still around is if he can expose Victoria and Hunter and their shenanigans, then I would like to see it. But other than that, y'all can kill him right after that too, because I don't know how the hell he's supposed to has survived and only have a damn black eye and be talking about he saw. But I'm like, okay, whatever. So moving on from that, we had the doctor come back in and talk to Hunter, right? No, I'm sorry. Before that even happened, we have Victoria in the damn bathroom getting ready, and she over here humming and singing, and he like, what you in a damn good mood for? She was like, because we got a victory, okay? So she was like, I don't know why you trying to act like a victim. You're the reason why all this happened in the first place. And so he telling her he needs to get in the shower. She like, oh, well, go somewhere else. He asking her why she's being so callous or how she could be so callous. And she was like, because I'm Victoria, baby. That's what I do. So he was saying how he wanted to get in the shower because she get out the bathroom. She said, no, I'm doing my makeup. What you can do is go in your sunroom because he ain't using it anyway. I said, you know what, Victoria, you really are the devil and you are going straight to hell. She over here talking about, no, what I am is an animal, and don't you know that animals, eat their young or whatever. I warned those kids and told those kids what they had coming and how they needed to behave, and they didn't listen, so they got what they was asking for. Okay, I had to eat them up, chew them up and spit them out, or whatever the case may be. And Hunter was saying they don't take a pleasure in this, and you do. So she's like, yeah, I do. I told those kids to get in line and they didn't, and that's that. She was like, did I not? I gave them the warning. And so he's like, look, I really don't want to see you make my stomach sick. You already know how they do. And she like, oh, I don't like looking at you either, okay? I don't want to see your ass no more than you want to see me. So he was saying, can you go somewhere? But she was refusing to go. So basically he said, he would go ahead and find somewhere else. I said, child, these people are ridiculous. Now, in the meantime, Cal comes into work like absolutely nothing is wrong. He gets damn Dumbo to go and sign him in. All right. And then he tells the other guy that he want him to find out where Sam is because he's asking everybody where Sam, and they like, I don't know, I haven't seen him. And he actually put in some vacation days, but he says they need this under the radar. It can't be where people know they looking for him. And so then Dumbo calls Priscilla and he's telling her about it on the damn phone right there in the freaking front center. And she's like, what phone are you using? Because he's over here like, oh, Cal is here. He was asking for Sam. She's like, oh, really? Was he? Yeah, he's sending him this guy to, do research and track him and find out where Sam is. And he's like, yesterday with the president, I took the president out. So she was like, you can't talk about it there. She's like, when do you get off? And he was like 5 o'clock or whatever. So she was like, okay, hold on till then, and then we could talk. Do not say anything. I said, child, you begging the damn die too. You another daggone dummy, right? So anyway, moving on from that, we basically had who the heck was next, y'all? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute. We basically had Sam and Richard driving in the car, and Richard was like, I know you already got a lot going on or whatever the case may be, but Barry is missing. I can't find Barry. He was like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, I don't know. He was in the house 1 minute and I had brung Kareem and then he lost it, and he went upstairs to go take a nap or whatever, lay down in his bed, but then he disappeared and we have not seen or heard from him since then. So basically Sam was like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to find what's going to happen. We going to trace his phone. He was like, I always come through for you. And Richard was like, yeah, you always do. Of course, Priscilla is following behind them this whole time. She mentions that when she was on the phone. And plus, Richard was like looking in the rearview mirror saying that she's behind him. So you got all of them coming to this damn vice president. He was asking Sam, like, did you tell the vice president about what went on? And he said no, like, as far as Jason. He was like, I'm still trying to fill some things out before I tell him. So I said, yes, Sam, please, Lord. Okay, let Sam, even though he is hurt, still be the only one with a damn brain, because all these people about to be piled up in this vice president's, house for him to basically feed them some bull crap. And I hope they don't tell him that Jason is still alive, because then he could use that as leverage. Now, in the meantime, Cal come in to see Donald. They over here mad awkward, like, hi, how are you? I'm okay. Oh, so you was locked up down there. I see you made it out okay. So Cal's like, yeah. So he was like, oh, well, you know, you need to find where Sam is at and all that. Now, meantime, Donald over here moaning and groaning because he's shot and all bent over trying to stand up straight and act like everything is okay. And so Cal was like, well, you just gonna sit here and give me orders and tell me something to go do and you not even gonna ask me how I'm doing. He's like, you standing here right in my face. I can see that you fine. I don't need to ask you how you doing. So he come over there to hug Donald and Donald started yelling like, oh God, I'm in pain. So he was like, what is going on? He was like, oh, I was shot. He was like, what? I'm gonna kill Bobby and Max. He was like, no, it wasn't them. He was like, oh, please, you know they can't do nothing. So he was like, so who was it? Oh, it was Lily. You know, she was just playing around or whatever. She thought she was gonna scare me. You know, she shot me and I had her shot. So here goes damn Cal. I'ma kill her. I'ma kill her. I'ma kill her. Where is she? He's like, oh, she's laid up at the house alive. And then Donald's like, yeah, alive. He's like, why do you keep sparing her? He said, oh, because she got information that she could get released at any time. And I don't want to take no chances and have it reach into the wrong hands. So he was like, you really believe that? Donald was like, yeah, I seen it happen to other people and I'm not even going to, you know, give it a chance or whatever the case may be, right? And he was like, I don't know why you keep leaving her, you know what I'm saying, alive. Like, I just want to finish her already, all right? So y'all know how he get with, Donald asking how possessive he is and how he been wanting to damn kill Lily or whatever, right? So none of that was shocking, but that was funny when he was basically like, oh, you not even gonna ask me how I'm doing or nothing. He was like, I can look at you and see you okay. You know, it's crazy to me that he don't even see that Donald obviously really don't give a damn about him, but he be going so hard and be all hyped up over damn Donald ass and ready to kill for him. So he's like, well, I don't need you going and touching Lily, okay? That's an order. Stay the hell away from her. What I do need you to do, because he was asking Donald, like, what are you going to do about it? And Donald was like, don't worry about it. I'm going to get her in line. And he was like, well, she won't. She haven't so far. He was like, she's learning a very valuable lesson right now as we speak. Trust me. So he said, what I do want you to do is I want you to go ahead and take care of Sam. That's what I want you to do, okay? He said, she's off limits. Do you hear me? But, you know, you could do that, right? Yeah, you could do that. Go get Sam. So he basically was like, you know, of course you can. So he on his way to go find Sam and, you know, supposedly kill him. Donald was like, go on. Okay, and Cal is like, shit. So he go ahead and he leave, right? So we had the doctor come into Hunter, right? And he tells him he got this toxicology report, but he's like, you know, she does know about the cancer. Hunter like, what the hell are you talking about? Because he was like, you know, no, his wife did not see the toxicology report, right? But she does know that they ran tests and they did tell her about the cancer. And he's like, what cancer? What the hell are y'all people talking about? What are y'all doing down there? So he was like, yes, sir. You know, originally when we tested him, we thought that he had cancer. He said, but now that we have ran these results or whatever the case may be, we are seeing that you could not be the father and she could not be the mother. So Hunter's like, huh? What the hell are you talking about? Because he's like, was he adopted? He like, no, he wasn't no damn adopted. That's our son or whatever. He was like, well, sir, I don't know what's going on then. So he was like, wait a minute, are you saying that she cheated on me? He was like, no, in order for her to cheat on you, he would still have to have either a part of her DNA, a part of your DNA, or a part of both of y'all DNA. And right now is none of y'all, okay? Because he was like, wait, what? What are you saying? Like, Hunter was so freaking confused. So he was basically like, this cannot be y'all child. You know, this is not your son. Whoever was in the hospital bed is not him. So he was like, wait. Okay, I'm going to say this, you know, slow or whatever, because it's not really going through my brain right now. Are you trying to tell me that that was not our son that was in the hospital bed? That is not Jason, okay? And he's like, yes, it does not belong to neither one of y'all. And then Hunter going to say not to... Excuse me, y'all. Hunter gonna say, not to be crass, but I watched that boy come out of a JJ. I watched that boy come out of a JJ, so I know it was her, you know, it was hers or whatever, right? Or she did give birth. And he said, Doc, what the heck is going on here? He says, well, I'm sorry, we're running DNA tests right now, whatever the case may be, but whoever was in that hospital bed was not your son. So he was like, so where the hell is Jason? Okay, where is Jason? That's how it ended, y'all. That's how it ended. So now Hunter officially knows that something is going on, that was not, Jason that died. Hopefully they don't tell Victoria damn ass. And hopefully Sam don't tell the vice president, y'all. What do y'all think about this? Put it in the comments. Let's discuss. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you were so inclined. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Till next time, y'all. Toodaloo.